Third, we have to insist on absolute control of the border as a fundamental step towards national security. If you can't, in an age of nuclear and biological weapons, if you can't control the border, how can you possibly claim you're going to defend the country? It's that straightforward. So part one is, in the year when we're celebrating the 400th anniversary of Jamestown right here in Virginia, let's reestablish American civilization as a core value. Let's defend American civilization, and let's cheerfully and enthusiastically debate liberals over what's the right future. Two, we live right now in two worlds. Every one of you is living in two worlds. Over here is the world of 1965. I picked that year to commemorate Lyndon Johnson's Great Society. A 1965 fossilized, unionized, bureaucratic system that simply doesn't work. Over here is productivity, quality, more choices of higher value at lower cost. The Toyota production system, the work of Deming, Juran, and Drucker, Six Sigma, lean manufacturing, all the things we know happen every day and that make the world better. If you go out and look at the Cox Transportation, if you look at their trucks, they ain't the trucks of 1965. He couldn't stay on the road for 2 days with the trucks of 1965. He couldn't track his things. Let me give you a simple test. How many of you have gone online and tracked a package at UPS or FedEx? Just raise your hand. How many of you have done this? Okay. So it's not a theory, right? This is very important when you're dealing with liberals, is to try to get down to ground reality. Okay. So you can ship a package from New York to Washington for $9.95, and you can actually track it in real time. You all with me so far? Yeah. Okay, I don't want to rush ahead of you. Okay, so in this world over here, UPS and FedEx have made the capital investment, created the corporate culture, and they can track several million packages a day. Right? Now here is the federal government, which cannot find between 11 and 13 million illegal immigrants. You with me so far? Now, I have a simple policy proposal. I think we should allocate $200 million and send a package to every illegal alien in the country. And when FedEx and UPS find them, we'll know where they are. Let me give you a second example. How many of you have ever gotten money out of an automatic teller machine outside the United States? Raise your hand. How many of you got money cash, okay? So it's not a theory, right? Again, I just want to drive this home. You walk up to an anonymous machine, you put in a plastic card, you punch in a 4-number code, it reaches out 7,905 miles, it finds your bank, verifies your account, validates you have enough cash, translates it into the local currency at a slightly bad exchange rate, gives you the money, and it took 11 seconds. Now talk to an employer about somebody walking in for employment with forged papers and how long it takes the U.S. government to tell you whether or not they're accurate. The correct answer is never. We have a case right now in California where a hotel is being sued because they laid off a man who was the 43rd person to use the same Social Security number which had been issued in Georgia. And the U.S. government has not yet quite figured out that after like the first 20, it could be fraud. And so one of my positions is, I am only for a guest worker program if we outsource the card to American Express, Visa, or MasterCard because they understand how to run these cards, and that there is zero possibility of the federal bureaucracy doing this. None. So the second great challenge to all of us is simple. And you can do it in the Virginia legislature, you can do it in the local government here, which is, how do we take everything that we know works and apply it to government? How do we apply it to education? How do we apply it to health? How do we apply it to public safety? Because we can get a revolution in quality and productivity and a dramatic decline in cost if we simply migrate this ossified bureaucratic mess and come over here to a 21st century system that works. Now,